knew they were going to shoot a lot of threes. What'd you do in the second half to limit the number of threes that they took?
Well, some coach reiterated on a lot during practice and film and walkthrough and stuff. It's like we got to make them put it on the floor. Basically, all their top scorers, they get them up, and we kind of were obviously not doing that during the first half. And so in the second half, guys kind of realized, like this isn't a game that you can just kind of, BS, so to say. And so guys, really started getting up, kind of making them have to drive, make decisions in the paint, and then just try to limit them that way.
As far as stat lines go, I mean, you have another one. I mean, it wasn't quite as close to the double-double, but you're getting pretty consistent with the numbers. Then you got guys like Jalen House in that first half was just kind of going off, and Morrison's up at 24 and 8. Like, you guys are putting up offensively. You guys are putting up some numbers. I'm curious if you saw this coming. I know you guys all were pretty optimistic about how good things could be, and offense wasn't the question with this team. But you guys offensively are putting up pretty crazy numbers. Did you see this coming?
So yes and no. So obviously, like one of the big appeals during the recruiting process was how many proven guys we have at the Division I level. And so with that, obviously, Jalen, Mash, Mo, like all those, like any night can be one of those guys' night. And obviously Jalen showed it in the first half. Mo kind of fluctuated a little bit here. Like you just kind of have spurts where you go get like 6 or 8 in a row and then, do nothing for about 10 minutes and then 8 in a row. And yeah, obviously I can have my nights too, like I did at like SMU. But I mean, it just kind of speaks to the just versatility that this team has, where it makes it really difficult for teams to scout us because you can't like limit one thing. Like you can't stay tight to the guards because if you don't have anybody on Mo, he's going to go get 20 on you. And if you're playing down on Mo, obviously we got elite guards on the outside that can go make something happen. And then I just kind of clean up whatever's left. But yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be a possibility. I didn't think it was going to be this consistent, I guess.
I mean, knock on wood, they've been doing it so far, and you hope they would. But like the guards finding you, and the way you run the floor is big. Like the guards are finding you pretty well. And then you had that one alley-oop that maybe wasn't the best pass, but like you went ahead and finished it. Like,
yeah.
Their ability to find you though is something that obviously rewards the bigs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So obviously my whole game is just hustle. A lot of the impact that I have on the game doesn't show up in the stat sheet. And so just things like running the court, it forces mismatches where, maybe like a guard that's usually back and just kind of waits for the point guard to come up now is to match up with me. And even if I don't get the ball in transition, now there's a big on the perimeter who has to stop one of our guards from shooting on him, and then obviously just swing it, get things moving, just kind of open it up, or allow the guards to drive in. But coach talks about it a lot, and the guards have no problem doing it. But he always talks about like whenever us bigs are running, like obviously you don't have to throw it every time, but they do a good job kind of rewarding the hustle and effort I put into open stuff up for them.
What's the adjective that best describes your team? You're 9-0. Why?
That's a big question. Off the top of my head, I'd probably just have to go with mature. I think I'm gonna have to stick with that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got older guys, and so we kind of know how to approach a game. We know like how to take care of business, and guys really don't get too up or down. We for the most part we stay level-headed. There's certain times guys will play to the crowd, but for the most part we just kind of play our game, and obviously we still have a lot of improvement to do, but we don't really get too caught up or too relaxed. Now we did a little bit tonight, but obviously the maturity showed in the second half. We were able to like, hey, like cut the BS. Like we still got to guard. We still got to win a game. So yeah, I would go with mature.
How is it playing with a point guard like level that Jalen's been playing at this today, and then also just this year so far?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, there's definitely some times you just kind of, just stand there and watch him work. you know, I mean, he's a great point guard. You know, he knows how to mix in everything, whether it's, you know, coming off ball screen and finding someone, like I think tonight he had like 7 or 8 assists or something. And so it's not like he's just out there just trying to, you know, do his own, but he's definitely more than capable of it. And so it's just kind of exciting to see where that's going to go, especially because even though, you know, people look at our team and they think like, you know, we have like a small backcourt, but, you know, like House can guard, you know, like he's obviously a great athlete, like he can move shit. I don't know how many steals he's averaging, probably at least a couple. But I mean, he's a great leader. Like he brings that energy, and I mean, it's just, I mean, it's been a blessing getting to play with him.
Anything else for Josiah? Thoughts on Monday?
I mean, it's going to be another test. Kind of like I talked about maturity. Like we're going to need to learn from this game because we weren't perfect defensively. And San Francisco, I think they shoot more threes than this team did. And so if we think we're going to just go in there, you know, just keep the ball rolling, we're going to have another team coming in. So hopefully guys are going to approach this game with the mentality that this is a big one. Obviously it's a neutral site. Like we're not going to have our amazing fans behind us, and we're going to have to correct our mistakes from this game. Because San Francisco's more, I mean, I think they're 7-1 or 2 or 8-2. 8-2, yeah. I mean, they're not a bad team. They're not a team that's just gonna, you know, get pushed over and stay down. And so it's a quick turnaround, obviously. 2 days and being an away game, it'll be a test to just our focus and commitment to the game plan to basically turn around our mistakes from tonight.
Thank you.
Hey,
Steve,
Yes.
will there be a net